Ali, it's not for 23 guys. So जो 23 वाले हैं. Okay, first let us introduce this. So this is an orientation class for the program Path to Prelims. This is the second year in which we are continuing this program with many changes. And this is specially targeted for 2022 exam, which is going to happen in June. Now, I think all of you have got the schedule. I will share the schedule with you once again. Some of you have ideas about the core features of the program. एक बार फिर से उनके बारे में बात करेंगे. Wait for a second. All of you have seen the schedule. So this is the schedule. Now this is a very extensive program. Extensive means every next day we are giving 100 questions mock. It's not 20. Last year we had 20, 25 on every day. But this year we will be giving 100 full mock tests every alternative day till the very end. And then, so this alternate is only till 10th of April, and after that we will start giving daily full mocks. Now, this is going to be very difficult for anyone who has not already finished his syllabus. Finished means at least you have read the topic, you have read the books, you have a basic idea about everything. If you're someone who is thinking, I have not touched economics and I can follow this program yet, not going to happen. So anyone like that who has not started any topic yet, जिसने अब तक कुछ start नहीं किया है, सुरभि नहीं, तो जिन्होंने अभी तक कुछ स्टार्ट नहीं किया है, इट्स गोइंग टू बी वेरी डिफिकल्ट फॉर यू. What's the logic behind this? हम ऐसा क्यों कर, like every day 100 tests and all? So the process here is to do a reverse engineering. Those who have read the topic at least once, now the usual approach is to go and revise the things, right? So people will say you that revise it for till April and then start giving mocks and all. So we are not following this usual approach. I hope you know about me, and I scored 118.6 in my first attempt in 2017 in prelims. And my approach was this. So whatever I have followed, I'm just telling you the same thing. Our approach is that you have 2 more days. Today is 4, so you have 4 and 5 on 6 at exact specific time at 9:30 a.m. you will sit down to give the test, and you will give a full 2-hour test. Then you will tally your answers right after that. Answer key will be uploaded. You will post your scores. Then in the next 2 to 3 hours, you will read the explanations. देखो, सबसे बड़ी बात क्या है, when giving this test, you will realize that you know very few questions. Like out of 100, you will be scoring 30, 35, and that's okay. Nothing to worry. The idea behind this test is to find out the areas, find out the things that you do not know, and work upon those. So let's suppose you are doing economics, and you may have read GDP and GNP 10 times, but there are such concepts in GDP and GNP which are not always covered in the book, or in the book that you are reading. There can be many tricky questions around these. Some of them UPSC has asked previously. So by giving these mocks, by understanding the nature of the question, then you have, let's suppose you are making too many mistakes in inflation के questions में. You go and reread inflation. First you read from the explanation. If you're not satisfied with the explanation, you go and reread from other sources. Even if you are not getting a satisfactory answer, you post it into the group. Someone or I will respond to your query, and we will try to resolve this. Now all of you have to maintain a diary or a copy notebook. Prelims 2022. This diary should be partitioned subject wise. So 10 to 20 pages for economics, 20 pages for polity, 20 pages for history, like that. In that, whatever mistakes you are making here, whatever mistakes, big or small, you have to write down all those mistakes here. After going through the explanations, you write main key points from the explanations, you write it in your copy notebook. If you are searching something, you're finding any good diagram, representation, flow chart, any memory trick, you write that too in your copy. So this is a basically error book. Whatever mistakes you are making, that should be here. Whatever new concepts you are coming across in the question, in the explanation, that should be here. So every alternate day, this test will take about 2 hours to complete. Sometimes it takes less than 2 hours. Slowly you will increase your speed, and you will see that you can do the paper in 1.5 hours or 1 hour 15 minutes as well. So after that, you check the answer, you post it, and then at least you should be devoting 3 hours to read the explanations. So every day, this test is going to take you at least 5 to 8 hours, depending upon where you stand, how good you are. If you are good, it will take you 3 hours. If you have to read a lot of concepts, you are coming across a lot of new ideas, it will take you more time, and give it that time. So this will be, let's suppose this is happening on 6th, your first test. Then on 7th, you will go and reread the economics. Jitna tum पढ़ सकते हो, it's up to you. You reread the economics, and then be prepared for the second test, you give the test, you make the note, you do the same for the third. Now, in this 2 days gap, you go through all the tests again and you now try to memorize the thing. इसको रट्टा मारो, जितनी गलतियां यहाँ की हैं तुमने उसको अब रट्टा मारो, so that make it sure that if the same question comes, you must not make the same mistake. In tests mein, your score is not important. In these three tests, your score doesn't matter. You are scoring 30, it's okay. You are scoring 80, it's okay. But on the fourth and the final test, you should be performing your best. Because after going through 300 questions of economics, you will be in a very good situation. If you will do this diligently, यहाँ आप अच्छा परफॉर्म कर सकते हो. साइड बाय साइड करंट अफेयर्स हर मंथ का देखते जाना है. You can follow any monthly magazine. You can follow Vision IAS, it's one of the good one. So you follow monthly magazine. You find your time where you can do it, how you can do it. That's up to you. But there will be some questions from. So similarly, all the subjects are here. The process is same. You do a polity test, you find out your weaknesses, you make notes for that, you prepare for the second test, you prepare for the third test. So for first three tests, you don't have to prepare exclusively. The first test will tell you where you lag. So you prepare those areas. You give the second test, it will tell you where you lag, you prepare those areas. The third test will do the same. But again, you have to a gap here, so you prepare well for this. Similarly, दो टेस्ट आराम से दो और फिर तीसरे टेस्ट के लिए फाइनली ये सबको रिवाइज करो. सो इफ यू आर डूइंग, कितना क्वेश्चन हो जाएगा, 600 क्वेश्चंस फॉर पॉलिटी. इट्स अ लॉट. It's a lot of questions. So do this side by side. I don't know how many of you are doing previous year questions, but one place that you must start preparing for prelims is previous year questions. So even before today, आज परसों तुम्हारा टेस्ट है, तो it should be your task today to go and do previous year questions of economics. Now, how to do previous year questions? पहले तो previous year question को subject wise करना है. Don't have to attempt previous year questions year wise. It's not like you pick 2014 का question or 2015 का question or 16 का question. You do it subject wise and don't read it. Don't just read it. Attempt it like you are in an actual test. So in economics, you will find about 100, 120 questions which are asked in the previous year. So you take it as a mock in itself and you attempt that mock. So you attempt this mock paper, check your score, then find out where you are lacking, read the explanations in detail. For all the subjects, you must start with previous year questions. Solve previous year questions subject wise, check your score, and check your score. Make sure that you remember previous year questions. Try to memorize them. Do not just read, because every year UPSC repeats a lot of questions. Sometimes UPSC repeats direct questions. Sometimes UPSC will give you direct questions. So प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चंस बहुत जरूरी हैं और वो आपको करना है. Somebody is asking, sir, let me know that syllabus cover by days mentioned before test. No, there is no predefined syllabus. Do not, this, if you see, this is not mentioned as if that you have to follow 1 day syllabus every day. ये इस तरीके से नहीं दिया हुआ है, ठीक है. ये पूरा टेस्ट एक साथ है. You have to read the entire economy in its entirety. You don't have to pick and choose that I will read money and banking today, I will read inflation today, I will read government budgeting and fiscal deficit. Questions will not be like that. Questions will be an entire mix-up of whole economy. कहीं से भी कुछ भी पूछा जा रहा है. इसलिए मैं कह रहा हूँ कि your initial target is not to स्कोर गुड मार्क्स है. योर टारगेट, हम क्या कर रहे हैं यहाँ पे, हम यहाँ पे रिवर्स इंजीनियरिंग कर रहे हैं. आप पहले टेस्ट दो, फिर जाके वो पोर्शन पढ़ो, ठीक है. जहां वीक है ठीक है, डोंट टेक इट टू योर हार्ट कि अरे मेरा तो स्कोर खराब आया. आई हैव डन द सेम. और जब मैंने स्टार्ट किया था, आफ्टर रीडिंग, इवन आफ्टर रीडिंग एवरीथिंग, आई वाज आल्सो गेटिंग 30-40 क्वेश्चंस राइट ओनली. And if you're falling in that category, you have a great potential to scale it up to 60-70 questions. Just follow the method. ठीक है? Any questions? Anyone? Anything to ask? Okay. So, what a Telegram group will be created shortly. You will be added to that group. Don't worry, you will be added. If you are not added, तो एक बार पिंग करना. By the end of the day, आज अगर लास्ट तक नहीं बनता है तो तुम एक बार पिन करना, वो टेलीग्राम ग्रुप में ऐड कर दिया जाएगा. Make sure that you are giving tests at 9:30. If you are not working, if you are a student, ये 9:30 में टेस्ट देना बहुत 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 जरूरी है. क्यों जरूरी है? क्योंकि देखो, हमारे माइंड का ना एक साइकिल होता है, मतलब बॉडी का एक बायोलॉजिकल क्लॉक होता है. वी become very active at a particular time. So some of you will be like night owls who are very active during the night. Your brain is working at its full capacity. Some other times you are like कुछ लोग सुबह बहुत एक्टिव फील करते होंगे, कुछ लोग दिन में बहुत एक्टिव फील करते होंगे. So but our exam is going to happen at 9:30, and our attempt in this next 4 months should be tell this to our mind that you have to be most active at this point. तो जो लोग 10 बजे सो के उठ रहे हैं, it will be very detrimental for you on the day of the exam, because you will not be in your full capacity. So you must attempt this exam at 9:30 a.m. Prepare yourself. Later what we will do that as we move forward, we will start to have special sessions at 9 a.m. every like alternate days. We can have some chat, what to do, what not to do. We can discuss the previous tests, and then you can go on to give your test at 9:30. The tests will be given to you in the PDF formats, so that those who want to have a printout, they can get printouts. So I will try to give you 3 tests in a row. Not right now, but as we start slowly, I will start doing this. So like I will give you the test of the week pre-handed, and you If you can get a printout, it's the best way to give test. It's not good to give tests on any online channel. It's not good to give the test in the PDF format, because on the day of the exam you are going to give exam on pen and paper. You should also have an OMR sheet with you, and instead of just writing down the number or ticking on the pages, you must fill the OMR sheet, because believe me, many a times student make mistakes into filling OMRs. Many of you might have also given the attempts, and कुछ लोगों को पता होगा कि iPhone as insert जिस दिन अप्रैल 2021 मेंशन है वो टेस्ट पे उस दिन है, जिस दिन अप्रैल 2020, देखो इस टारगेट का इस डेट से कोई लेना देना नहीं है. देयर इज नो रिलेशनशिप ऑफ दिस टारगेट विद दीज डेट्स. दिस टारगेट इज फॉर दिस एंटायर वीक. ठीक है, ये पूरे वीक का टारगेट है, इसमें कोई स्पेसिफिक टॉपिक नहीं है दैट अप्रैल विल बी आस्क्ड ऑन दिस. दिस इज इकोनॉमी टेस्ट विल हैपन. Here it is mentioned Indian polity, that doesn't mean कि इस तो दिन में क्या होगा. So this whole syllabus is for this 2 weeks. ठीक है, it is mentioned here so that you can check yourself that these are the topics that you have to read, and you have read these topics. So these are your weekly targets, not your daily targets. Okay, these are your weekly targets. So every week you have 1 month's current affairs. ठीक है, एनी क्वेश्चन? कैसा लग रहा है? साउंड्स गुड, एक्साइटिंग, फ्राइटनिंग? कर पाओगे डेली टेस्ट? and later we will start daily tests, so these are alternatives. But as we will go forward, we will start giving a full test daily, and on Sundays we will be giving 2 tests. So basically my idea is a complete simulation of the actual exam. जैसे रनर्स दौड़ने से पहले बहुत बार प्रैक्टिस करते हैं ना, so on the day of exam you are not doing anything new. तो वो एक फील आनी चाहिए कि ऑन द डे ऑफ एग्जाम इट शुड फील वेरी नॉर्मल टू यू. अरे ये तो मैं 4 महीने से कर रहा हूँ. Those who are working, they can give the test on their time, but one thing must be followed, that you are giving all the 100 questions in one go. Never do it like अच्छा अभी 10 मिनट फ्री है तो 20 कर लेंगे, नेक्स्ट टाइम में 50 कर लेंगे. And I know many of you will not be doing this. Like I have seen people who come up with a lot of enthusiasm and hope, and they quit in between, because इतना आसान होता तो सबको ही कर लेते. जो लोग लास्ट तक रहेंगे, I will try to bring more initiatives into this. Those who have just started, this program is not for them. ठीक है, Vidya or anyone, like that's why I did this today. This just those who have just started. You don't need to start practicing questions right off. There are other courses. You get in contact with me. आपको क्या कैसे करना चाहिए, we can discuss. But this is only for those who have read it at least once. जिनको idea है कि है क्या ये, and you should opt out. ठीक है, चलो ठीक है. I have a class from 9 a.m. again, so I have to leave. Any other questions, you can text me. I hope all of you have my number. ठीक है. At the last moment, you are sending a very long question. I have a doubt how to deal to the cravings of knowing. Ankit, okay, we will discuss about this. ठीक है, आज थोड़ा टाइम कम है. मिलेंगे फिर. We will try to do a regular session like these. थोड़ा सा बूस्ट अप चार्ज करने के लिए. ठीक है. कहाँ गलती कर रहे हो, वी विल डिस्कस कैसे और बेटर कर सकते हैं. आई विल गिव यू सम मैट्रिक्सेस एज वेल, कैसे हाउ टू एनालाइज योरसेल्फ. तुम्हारा टेस्ट अच्छा हो रहा है, बुरा हो रहा है, पता कैसे करेंगे. तो सारी चीजें भी डिस्कस करेंगे धीरे धीरे. आई विल शेयर यू सम एक्सेल शीट्स हाउ टू ट्रैक योर परफॉर्मेंस एंड ऑल. I need just one thing from your side, consistency. You do very bad. You just score 10 marks and 200 marks. But you be consistent with that. You take note of your mistakes. I will tell you कि किस तरीके से गलतियों को कम करना है, क्या करना है. I will teach you all these things in the next coming months. But be consistent. ठीक है. Bye.